Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is Javon here, and if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. So for today, I just did this little like chill, glam, get ready with me. I'm gonna be like running an errand after I'm done, and I'm also gonna grab me some lunch while I'm out. So yeah, just did this little quick, kind of quick little like soft glam, if you will. So if you would like to watch me get ready and possibly get ready with me, then just keep on watching. I did my brows off camera because they did take me a long time to do. My brows are extremely grown out, so it is just so hard to like do my brows now, but I think I got them pretty good. And I also did prime off camera as well. I went in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and then on top of that I went in, this is extremely dirty, but I went in with the Cover FX. This is the blurring primer to fill in my pores. And oh, on my brows I went in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I use the shade Ebony, and it matches my like hair color like really well. So for foundation today, I am going to be using the KEVYN Aucoin foundation. This is the foundation Balm. I do have it in 2 shades because neither shade matches me perfectly, but together they match me very, very well. So I have the shades Medium FB09, that's probably backwards, and then I also have shade Medium FB 10.5. So what I do is, and these foundations actually come with a brush, this like little foundation brush. Mine is super disgusting, but this brush is so nice. I have another one right here. So here's a like cleaner one. I have powder foundation on it, but you see how just like fluffy it is? All the foundation just came out of there. Wow. But yeah, this brush is like super fluffy. It's so cute, and like I said, they each came with a brush in them. What I do is I don't usually grab one over the other first to mix them, but I usually will just dip it in here until I get at least some product on there, and then sometimes I'll just go straight into the other one and just dip it in there too, and then I'll just apply it to my skin. If you see me looking down, I do have a mirror like right in front of me, and then I'll just kind of go back in, do the same thing, and I'll just apply it all over. I love this foundation, guys. It's such a nice consistency for like foundation. It's obviously not a liquid, but it's definitely not super like thick either. It is on the thicker side, but it's not super bad. Okay. And then so to blend the foundation into my skin, I actually will apply first these Farsali drops. These are the liquid glass drops, and I like to take just like whatever kind of fills up in there, and I like to apply like a drop to each side of my face. This will help move the foundation around a lot smoother. Sorry, my mirror is playing me, but yeah, this will help just move the foundation around so much smoother. So like I said, that foundation is a bit on the thick side. Like I said, it's not too bad, but I've noticed these drops help a lot with blending. And then sometimes if I feel like my foundation has dried, I will take a little amount like on my forehead just to help keep it liquidy. Now, I don't try to perfect my foundation with this brush. I just use it to spread the product around and just to cover my face. And I forgot to wet my beauty blender. I will be right back. Alright. Now, alright, so like I said, I would like to go in with my beauty blender to actually smooth the foundation. Because I will say that brush is really streaky. So me personally, I could not just, you know, use that brush just to like apply my foundation and just be done with it. I always have to go over with the beauty blender. That brush is extremely streaky, but it's still a nice brush to use to apply it. So I can see it's pretty smooth now, a lot smoother. And I do sometimes wear my foundation. I try to like blend it down to my neck. Just a little bit though. I don't go like all the way down my neck. I just don't, I don't know. But everything's looking nice and blended. Now, before I apply concealer, I usually like to use some type of spray in between products. For one, I am super oily, so I like to spray something on. I like to spray something on in between each step so I know that my makeup will last. So I do like the Max Fit Plus matte spray, the setting spray. And I also, ooh, girl. And then I also like the Tarte Stay Spray. This one is really nice too. I think I'm actually just gonna use the Tarte one. I was planning on using the MAC one, but I'm just gonna Tarte one. I'm just gonna spray it. And this one smells so good, you guys. Like, it smells so pretty. I'm just gonna spray that, kind of fan it a little bit. And for concealer, I'm actually going to use the KEVYN concealer. This one is the Supernatural concealer, and I have it in the shade medium 06. I have 05 as well, but that one is on its last leg. I am almost out of it, and I tried to order another one the other day from Sephora since they're doing like the VIB sale. They didn't even have the 05 shade even like on the website. They had every shade but the 05. So hopefully when I go in the store, when everything is open again, I can find it. But I'm just gonna, my mirror is like playing. It keeps moving around. Alright, so I'm just gonna take my concealer. I'm just gonna apply it under my eyes like this. Foundation is actually looking a little streaky. I'm not sure if it's coming off like that on camera, but in person it looks a little bit. That's because sometimes too, even with those two foundations, I will sometimes go in with a liquid on top to really help smooth everything down. I actually might do that. Then on top of this concealer, I'm also going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, one of the best concealers ever. I have mine in the shade, oh, I don't know, because the sticker came off. Cool. Sorry about that, guys, but I am going to layer that on top of this one. Oh, this is like one of the best concealers ever. I know a lot of people used to rave about the Tarte Shape Tape, which is a very nice concealer, but this one honestly is like way better. It's so much creamier. This one you can actually leave it under your eye to set a little bit, and it is just like perfect. I feel like the Tarte Shape Tape one just dries way too fast. Like you have to work really quickly with that one. Or you could probably use that one and just apply the drops underneath it to help keep it liquidy. Oop, lost my towel. I just did not have it together today. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, you could apply those drops that I use to the Tarte Shape Tape, like I said, to help keep it liquidy. But this one, don't even have to worry about that. So I am gonna let that sit for just a couple, like a minute or two. And then while that's doing that, I'm also gonna go back in with my foundation because I'm not really liking the way it's looking in my mirror. So a lot of times I will take my Huda Beauty foundation. This is the FauxFilter foundation. This is in the shade Brown Sugar 410G. This is definitely one of my top favorites. I did replenish this one the other day online for the sale, so I cannot wait for that to come in. And when that stuff does come in, I will do a, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do 2 separate videos because I wanted to do a just like unboxing and what I got video, and then I also wanted to do like a get ready with me using the product. So I'm not sure if I want to do them separately or if I want to do them together, but I'll think about it. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm just going to dot a little bit around here, and I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just blend that in. Love this foundation. I'm going to take this one underneath my chin, like I said, kind of into my neck, but not like on my neck. That's looking way better. Yo, that foundation is bomb. Don't get me wrong, I love my KEVYN too, but I feel like sometimes foundations work better when you mix them with other foundations. They are like a vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with that same beauty blender, and I'm gonna go ahead again with my setting spray. With this, sometimes I'll spray like my face like normal, or I'll just spray my sponge. And I'm gonna go in and blend in my concealer before it dries up on me. And I do get like, I try to get like up in my like inner corner right here too, especially to help brighten it, because then when I go in with my highlight in front, like in my inner corner, it'll just help bring it out even more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set that, and I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder, and I have mine in the shade Blondie. Y'all, this powder is amazing, and it lasted me a very long time. I've had this powder for like, I know I've had it for a year, but also I do go back and forth with my powders, because you know, got that ride or die Laura Mercier powder, that translucent powder. And sometimes too, what I'll do is I'll set, I think I'm actually gonna do that today, I will set my concealer just with the Laura Mercier powder, but I will bake with the Huda Beauty powder after I do this. So what I'll do is I'll just take some like this. I try to use a light hand when I'm gonna do this because I'm not gonna leave it on, kind of blow away. And then I will just set, and I will dab it until it like goes away, which is why I only used a little bit, just to try to catch it from creasing. I kind of just crease naturally, so. The other side. Then I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty powder, try to shake out whatever I can get out. I'm almost done with it, and I'm like crazy. I bought like a couple of Huda Beauty products and did not restock up on my powder. So I'm either gonna have to place another order or just wait until the store opens. I'm gonna take about that much, and this is what I'm gonna bake with. So I'm just gonna set it underneath my eye like that, and I'm just gonna leave it there. So while that's baking, I'm gonna go ahead and move to my eyes. So for today, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna do like a nice neutral eye look. So I'm gonna be using the Tartelette Amazonian Clay Matte Palette. This palette is so cute for just like an all matte look, which is usually what I go for. I'm not like the biggest shimmer girl when it comes to like eyeshadow on my eyes. Sometimes I will use it, other time, most of the time though I don't. So I'm not sure what we're gonna go for today, but we're just gonna play, just gonna look at it and see what looks good. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Wanderer, which is right here. And I think I'm gonna mix that in with Force of Nature up there at the top. I'm just gonna dab a little bit into both. And I'm just gonna work that in my crease a little bit. Y'all, this is like such a pretty palette. It just has like the most beautiful, like soft colors in it. Just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Y'all, I've had this palette for a long time. I don't even know if they have this palette anymore. I think they do though, because I swear when I was looking at eyeshadow palettes on the like website for the sale, I'm pretty sure I saw it. I don't remember though. But if you're looking around and you see it, you should definitely get this palette. I don't remember how much it is though, because like I said, I've had this palette for a very long time. But you should consider getting it, especially because things are all on sale now. So should definitely think about it. Okay, there is my crease. That's pretty much like my whole look. And then I'm gonna do a lid color. I didn't even say what brush I used for that, guys. I'm sorry. I used the Morphe E27 brush. And then for my lid, I'm just gonna take my Morphe M433 brush. I'm sure that's coming off backwards if you can even see it. But I'm just gonna take this brush. It's just like a little dense, kind of like tapered brush. And I'm gonna take the shade Super Mom, which is right here. I know it's coming off like super white, but it's actually like a really pretty soft pink. And I'm actually gonna mix that in with some more of the Force of Nature, which is up here. And I'm just gonna apply that to my lid. Y'all, I'm like really basic when it comes to my eyeshadow. I don't know, I just don't do that much. Sometimes, like if I'm going out, I'll like play around with some other colors, but for today I just kind of want to do like a little chill look. colors are like really bringing out like the brown in my eyes. I don't know if you can tell. I can tell. Okay. So I'm just gonna go back in with my E27 and I'm not gonna pick up any more eyeshadow. I'm just gonna use whatever's on there. I'm just gonna blend everything together, like lid, crease, everything. And then to highlight underneath my brow, I'm going to take, I'll just use this one. I'm gonna use the Morphe M124, just like a little, kind of like a flat brush, but it is a little bit more on the dense side. And I'm gonna take the shade Free Spirit, which is up here. It's kind of like a banana nude type of shade. And I'm just gonna take like that much and actually still dust off the excess. And I'm just gonna go right underneath my brow bone. Now we're gonna go ahead and just dust off our powder. I'm just gonna use this brush. My best friend actually left this brush in my house. I don't know if she'll remember now when she sees this video, but she was doing her makeup here one day and left it here, and I literally keep forgetting to give it back to her, and I've been using it every day. So I'm just gonna dust all that powder off. And I'm not swirling, I'm tapping it away. Because I've seen a lot of videos where girls say don't swirl, and I totally agree. Because if you swirl like your brushes across your face, all you're doing is just like moving all your products around, and then you'll see like patches missing and stuff like that. So definitely better to tap away, and it's still gonna come off. Like, you don't have to dust anything off. Like that. Then I hope my foundation is like matching on camera. I feel like it's not, but in person, don't worry, it matches me like really good. So next, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do my lashes. So what I like to do first is I like to tight line my upper lash line, because when I put my lashes on, it'll just help. If I look up, it'll help to fill in those sparse like areas. And I just take any black eyeshadow that I have. I usually just use the one from my Kylie palette. And it's just this shade right here. Just literally, it's just a black eyeshadow. And to do that, I just take a little tapered brush. I'm just going to use this one again from Morphe. It's the M158. This is actually an eyebrow brush, but I have so many, I just like to use this. I'm just going to dip it. Try to show you guys. I'm just going to dip it like on both sides of the brush. That way they're both coated, and I do tap off the excess as well. And I just get a little mirror for this, and I just look up and literally just like kind of dust it on the lash line. And I prefer to use eyeshadow to do this, because I feel like I personally just have bad luck when it comes to using like eyeliner, like gel eyeliners to do this. I have one by Marc Jacobs that I really do like. I usually like to use it on my lower lash line, but I feel like once that gets wet, like when it touches your eye somewhere, if it's wet, I feel like it doesn't work as well. And to me, eyeshadow just works better. It's more pigmented. Especially with a small brush like this, I can just get really precise with where I'm applying it up there. And guys, believe me, this took practice to do, because I used to be so scared to tight line my like upper lash line, because I'm just like, oh my god, I'm just like in my eye. But I promise you, the more you do it, it gets like so easy to do. Ooh, see, look at that, poke myself. then for mascara, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. I got put onto this mascara from Carly Bible, like, I don't even know how many years ago. She used to like swear by this mascara, and it is really good because the brush is so small. It just like coats like every single lash. I'm just gonna use that. Okay, that is it for mascara. I'm gonna let it dry just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my bronzer. I use the Anastasia powder bronzer, and this is in the shade Saddle. It's the only one of their bronzers that matches me really well. Well, that's a good shade for me, I should say. And I just have this brush. I don't even know where this brush is from. I've had it for so long and the name is already like scratched out, but it's just this like white super fluffy brush. I do have like angled brushes like this one. This is the Morphe E4. I just don't use them for my bronzer. I don't know why. I just like this. I usually just swirl it around, tap it off, and I just kind of, also again, I just pat. I do not swirl my bronzer. Like I said, for one, all you'll do is just mess up your makeup and it'll become really patchy. But two, this will actually help you get the most pigment out of your bronzer if you just dab it, instead of you doing this and then all that powder is just gonna go everywhere and it's not even gonna be on your face. I just Alright, sorry guys, I was like doing my makeup and I was like, am I still recording? And my camera had actually cut off. So I'm not sure. So I did watch the footage back and it looks like I just did my bronzer. So like I said, all I did was just bring my bronzer just, you know, across my forehead. And next, I'm gonna go ahead and put my lashes on. So lashes I use are the Ardell. I don't have the packaging anymore. Sorry, but I just use these. They're the Ardell. These are just the double up lashes. I don't even know if they're like double up wispies or what, but I know they're just like double up lashes. Very inexpensive, but I did splurge and I finally got a pair of Lily lashes. I got the Mykonos lashes. I ordered them during the sale. So y'all, this is always the time. If you want stuff from Sephora that you've been eyeing and have been wanting, even if it's just one thing that you've been wanting to try, this is definitely the time to get it, because things are like 20% off, 15% off, 10% off, depending on which level of VIB you are. But it is definitely time right now to treat yourself, okay? So find my tweezers. I tell y'all, my life is not together today, y'all. Let me go get my tweezers. Alright, so got my tweezers. And usually what I like and have to do is, you see how kind of straight, you can see how kind of like straight my lashes goes like this. I usually have to bend them a little bit. I'll try to show you. Where I kind of like twist them like this to kind of help shape them more like the shape of my eye. Help me put them on easier. So I'm just gonna do that. And for lash glue, I use the Duo Glue. Mine is so ghetto, okay, because I use this glue, okay? This is like the best glue. I do have the other Duo Glue too, like the regular tube one, but I love this one because it dries so fast. Like basically once you coat the lash line, you can like wait literally a couple seconds and it's ready for you to apply. Whereas with this one, I'm just dropping everything. Whereas with this one, you do have to wait for this one to get tacky. But I don't have much left in this one, so I'm probably gonna have to use the other one. But let's see what we can do. And I'll show you guys how much I put on there as well. I just put about that much. Like I don't put a lot, I just put enough to coat it. And like I said, I'm just gonna wait like a second or two. And to help it, I will like blow on it just to help it dry even quicker. But even though, like I said, this one dries within like, well not dries, it gets tacky within like seconds. So I'm just gonna apply my lashes. Sorry if you can't see guys, but it's kind of hard to like do this in film. But I just stick down the middle first, and I kind of like leave it alone. I try to make sure the middle is down first, then I will do the inner corner because I like to see how far into the inner corner of my eye I want my lash to sit. And that looks good. I actually try to bring my lashes like all the way to the front of my eye because I like the way it just feels in the beginning of my lash line. Makes it look fuller. And then I will go ahead and secure down the outer corner. And also these lashes fit my eye perfectly. I never have to cut or trim them at all. I guess I just have like pretty big eyes, I guess. So once they're down, I just like to go back and just like really stick them on there. And then once I feel like they're on there, I try to just leave them alone. That way they can go ahead and actually dry. And then sometimes what I do with my tweezers is I'll kind of grab, it's gonna be like really hard to show, but I'll kind of grab like both the lash and my lash and squeeze them together. And that really helps to blend them. Like that. And we have lashes. I see my lash glue came through, y'all. Let me get a little bit out of there. And I was at Walgreens like, I don't know, probably like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they had every lash glue but this one that I want. And I have the black one somewhere too, but to me the black one does not stick as well. Like it'll apply, but at some point throughout the day, my lash will always lift up on me if I use the black one. But I like the black one because obviously it's dark, so it'll just like blend. It'll look like liner even though it's not liner. But this one just sticks perfectly, and it does dry clear. Sometimes I will show you guys how I go over top of my lash line when I use this clear glue, because sometimes you can, like if I look down, I don't know if you probably can tell right now, but sometimes like I'll try to show you. Let's see. Like if I close my eye, sometimes you can see that like blue white kind of color from the glue like drying up and stuff like that. So I will go in with that same little brush and my black eyeshadow and just kind of dust over top of it. That way it'll help to disguise that. But I will show you what I mean. I'm just gonna apply my other lash. Same way, like I said, I stick down the middle first if it'll cooperate. And this does take practice, guys. Like I watched so many tutorials when I was first getting into wearing lashes on how to stick them down. It was the most frustrating thing I feel like I ever tried to learn. But practice definitely makes perfect with everything with makeup though. Like everything. It's literally just trial and error. And what I did too to practice was I in my eye a little bit. I remember I bought like a 5-pack of like cheap lashes. I mean, they were the Ardell ones, but they were just like basic, like regular, like, you know, no, like nothing fancy. And I bought a 5-pack of just probably just like regular wispies, like nothing crazy. And I just sat there and played with them. I would take a pair out, put some glue on there, try to wait for it to get tacky, see if I could stick it on. If I messed them up, I would try again with the same pair. If they just weren't working, I would get a fresh pair, try again, until I could kind of master. I feel like I've definitely mastered it now, because I can put on my lashes pretty quick now. Okay, and what I like to do too is just kind of fan my eyes to help the glue dry even faster, just to make sure it's secure. And like I said, I'll go in and squeeze together my lash with the strip lash, like so. Voila, we have lashes. I love wearing lashes. Lashes, like I said, lashes just complete my look for me. They just really make my eyes look more awake and make me look more like alert, you know. Okay, so now let's go in again with our little Morphe M158. I'm gonna take that same black eyeshadow. Like I said, use any black eyeshadow that you have. I just happen to have, that's just the palette I always grab for. And what I'm gonna do is just look down. I'm kind of gonna use the brush to brush the lash down just a little bit out of my way, and I'm just going to dust lightly, because I'm not like a really big eyeliner girl. I used to be, but I'm just not. Eyeliner just gets messy for me and my patience. And this is just so much easier, and it's quicker, and I don't have to be super neat about this. I can just dust it on, not worrying about being too careful. And I just do enough just to try to coat most of that like whiteness. And voila. So when you look down, it should look better. And you can go over it as many times as you want, you know, to your liking. I just do it enough just to cover that. And then sometimes, like I said, I'll go back in underneath as well if I see any like gaps. Just fill it in. And then the last thing I like to do is, this is the only time I really use like liquid liner. I usually will reach for my Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. Focus, girl. Anyway, so I'll take this and just right in my inner corner, I will use this liner and just go right in the corner. And it really helps to darken up that inner corner of the liner. Just like that. Okay. Next, we are going, I'm gonna go ahead and do highlight next. So I'm gonna take Leslie. All the time. Oh, here it is. So I just have this little gold brush. This is not a, I don't even know if it has like a name, but it's just a super duper small, like little tapered brush, and I use this to highlight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take and I don't even know if I mentioned, this is my Dose of Colors highlighter. This is from the Desi and Katie collection, and I'm sorry the name is not on here. I'm sure the sticker was probably on there and I peeled it off, so sorry. If I can find it, I'll link it. I'll actually link all the items. I should have said that before I haven't started the video. I'm just gonna take, I coat usually both sides, and then I will just highlight my inner corner. I don't wet my brush or anything when I do this, especially when I use this highlight, because it's pretty pigmented just on its own. If anything, if I want to build it up, I'll just go back in and build it up. See that? It's just, this has pigment, okay? Like that. Ooh. Then I'm gonna take a little bit more and I'm just gonna do a little tip on my nose. Try not to do too much because, like I said, this highlight is really pigmented, so I try to be careful because I don't want it to be just like nose highlight, you know. So I do take a little bit, and I also take a strip and I will just kind of do it straight down my nose, almost to the tip, like that. And then I will sometimes just go over with my finger and just kind of tap it in so it's not, like I said, so harsh. And just go over that. And then the last place I highlight is like right above my cupid's bow. It just helps to like define that little area, and I just think it looks cute. I think highlight looks really cute right here, at least a little bit. Okay. Next, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna like set my whole face now with powder, and I'm gonna like set my face and like blend in my bronzer and everything. And I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. I have mine in the shade Y425. And I'm just gonna dab a little bit of that with the same big brush that I was using. I'm just gonna dab a little bit in there. I'm just gonna literally just dab it all over my face. And remember, I'm just dabbing, I'm not rubbing, I'm not swirling. Just dabbing it on. And that is that. Then I'm gonna go in and just do my lower lash line with my eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna go back in with my same Tarte palette, and I'm gonna go in this time. I'm gonna go in with Wanderer again, but I'm also gonna go in with this more mauve tone. This is Natural Beauty right here. Oh, where is it? These two right here. I'm just gonna mix those two together just to add like a little bit more of a different color to the bottom, to the like lower lash line. And this is a Morphe E18 brush. It's just like a super like nicely dense small little brush. I'm just gonna dab both of those colors together, and I'm just gonna dust it along my lower lash line. And I also got this little tip from Carly Bible, because she mentioned that she'll do this because she just creases and she gets those little like eye wrinkles underneath her eyes, and I actually get them too. And not that this helps, I wouldn't say this like takes them away. It definitely doesn't like hide them. It helps to like accessorize them, if you will. At least it does help them look better though. Taking that, and sometimes I'll like take it up a little bit and blend it in with like that edge of my eyeshadow from my lid. And do the same thing over here. And then one last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try not to redip it. I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my little Morphe, I literally keep forgetting this name, my Morphe M158 that I use to tightline my lashes. And I'm just gonna use this, and I'm just gonna run it across my lash line just a little bit. Down at the bottom. Like that. I just did a little bit just to kind of like coat it, especially because I can already see I have like eyeshadow some kind of way on there anyway. So I'm just gonna help at least make it look like I did it on purpose. There's that. Then I am going to take my Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. And I know you're probably thinking like, why am I using like a bigger brush on my lower lash line? And that is because I mean sometimes I do like my, Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, my camera overheated. Ugh. I need to upgrade my camera. Where's that? Anyway, so like I said, for my bottom lash line, this will probably be like the last step, I think. Well, I gotta do lips too, actually. So for my bottom lash line, I'm gonna use my Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. And I know this is like more of a fluffier, definitely a fluffier brush for my lash line, but I don't want them to be super like, I don't know what's the word, like super coated, I guess you could say. I just want to do like a little run with them to like coat them, but not like overdo it. I just want to add a little something to them. Versus if I were to use my like telescopic mascara, it would like coat them like really like specifically, because the comb would catch like every hair and like coat them. I just want to like pretty much just like dust it across, just to add a little something like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face again with my Tarte setting spray. Just gonna shake it up. Oh, this smells so good. Just gonna do that. And then for lips, I'm going to first apply my Fresh Hydrating Lip Balm. This is in the peach like flavor, scent, something. Then for lips today, I was thinking I have like all of these like NYX lip liners because they're like one of the best and they're so inexpensive. So I have the shades, oh, I have two of these. Oh no, I don't. Are they the same color? Oh no, they don't. Okay, no they're not, sorry. So I have first the shade I have Sandstorm. It's just like this really pretty like nude. I don't know if you can tell, it's like not like that. I'm such a nude girl when it comes to lips. And then I have Soft Brown. I know they all probably look the same, but they're not. Ladies, y'all know, all nudes are not the same, okay? And I have this one I haven't opened yet. It's Free Spirit. I think I'm gonna go ahead and open it and try this one today. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I might layer like two shades depending on how it looks, if we like it or not. Got it open, kind of, because the top is not stuck in there. Has anybody else watched Love and Basketball like 4 times over the past couple days? I have, because it keeps coming on. And for some reason, I keep watching it. I don't know. Alright. So yeah, so we're gonna take Free Spirit. It's just this like really pretty, I guess it's like a, more like a pinky, but like a brown nude. We can try that, see how we like it. Ooh, it's pretty. So it's definitely like a more pinky nude color, but it is cute. This kind of looks like in person, like in my mirror, it kind of looks like my lip color, but like enhanced, which I love those type of nudes. Like any kind of nude that just looks like your natural lip color just a little bit better is always my favorite. So there's that. It is a little too pink though. Like I feel like it matches my bottom lip really good, but I think I'm gonna add another color if I can find it. Here she is. All right, so I'm gonna take my MAC lip liner. This is in the shade Cork. It's just like a brown shade. And I'm gonna layer that on top of this to kind of tone down that like pinkness a little bit, because it's just like a little bit too pink. Let me sharpen it real quick. And I'm just gonna add that. And hopefully it tones it down. That came out so pretty. Ooh, girl. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this Morphe M173 brush. It's just like a little, like, small, dense. I don't know if it's like a. I use it when I spot conceal. But since it has like some of my foundation stuff like that on there, I'm just gonna take it underneath like my lips where I kind of overdid it, where I kind of like got outside the lines. I colored outside the lines. I'm just gonna take it and kind of clean it up a little bit. This is like the only time I would ever like rub. Oh my god. Okay, y'all, I gotta hurry up and like finish because my camera is not having it today. It keeps like overheating. But anyway, like I said, I'm just taking this like little brush and I'm just gonna clean up my lip liner. This is the only time I would ever do any kind of rubbing on my face. Even now, I'm actually still trying to dab underneath just to clean it up like that. And then what I'll do is I'll just take like a little taper brush. This one is from Morphe, but it doesn't have a number because it came in a set that they had for Christmas. And I'm just gonna take, you know what? No, I'm actually gonna take this other KEVYN brush that comes with the foundation. This is just like the cleaner one. I'm actually gonna take that since it's smaller. I'm just gonna take my powder foundation and just dab it right underneath where I rubbed right now. Gonna go in and touch up. And that is it for makeup, guys. It actually came out really cute to go nowhere. Alright guys, so that is it for the makeup look. I am gonna spray just like one last time because like I said, I'm just a grease ball. Just gonna fan that. And there we go. So I am gonna go do, or like just like fix my hair really quick and then I will be right back. Alright guys, I am back. I just straightened my hair a little bit. And this is the final look. I really hope you guys like the way that it came out. I'm actually like, I really like it. I think it looks really cute. So yeah, I'm actually going to head out in just a few. I think I'm gonna get some lunch and run like an errand or two. And I actually am gonna take you guys with me. I know that sounds like a good time, right? So I will meet you guys in the car.